First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Time now for the second of 6 on this Super Wild Card weekend. And off we go on this Saturday night. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. He'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing now from the gun. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. He's going to tuck it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's Ritter to throw on the first play. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Ritter. A ball deep for the end zone. He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. And it'll bring up second down.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On second down, it's Ritter. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the Rams are on the board. It's 7-3. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll put Ayuk in motion. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
I'll tell you what, if the offensive lineman had the same level of fight and effort that the quarterback did, they wouldn't be in this situation. It's a shame because that individual effort went a long way towards extending that play, and it still ended up resulting in a sack.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. But a fortunate bounce, he got it right back. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times, and I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he got the ball.
And this ball batted away and incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
Now, Ritter to throw on 2nd down. He's going to air this one out. That is brought in. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Now, for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Rams are on top. It's now 10-7. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion. And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway. Here's their punter now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. Now a shot here, deep middle. That's caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Ritter. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's in. Touchdown, L.A. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Here we go.
They'll put Ayuk in motion. That one brought in by James. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so...
And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Ritter. In trouble, and down he goes. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
This is where the playmaking ability almost can be a detriment to a running quarterback. They have such confidence in their ability to keep plays alive with their legs that sometimes they hold it just a little bit too long, thinking they can make the next big play, and good job by the defenders tracking him down and took him down for a loss.
And this will be incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. 3rd down coming up.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt, falls incomplete. Now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Ritter. Again, working deep downfield. And he's out of bounds all the way into enemy territory, past midfield. A huge play just before the half to gain of 43 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Ritter. He's going to look downfield once again.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on... Just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On second down, Ritter. He's got it! What a connection! He's down inside the 5-yard line. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A run on first and goal. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's second and goal. Here's Ritter to throw. And he's in. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here going into halftime changes this entire game.
To kick off.
Just 8 seconds now until halftime, and the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. First and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. So it is halftime here in the NFC wildcard matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
2nd and 10. It's Ritter again. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Now Ritter. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that's going to work out well. Out of bounds, and they mark it inside the 5-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Let's go now. 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 8-yard line.
I'll give on the ground. And he's going to give ground and lose yardage here. Back to the 6. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll put Ayuk in motion. And that is incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that 1st down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up 4th down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
He's got his tight end. That's Ferguson. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's Ayuk with it on the left side. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
We were talking during the break, Mike. We felt that this was kind of a do-or-die drive. They felt like they needed to come away with the touchdown here, and now they're showing a little life.
Yeah, a little bit of belief, don't you think? Everyone on that field knows they've been a part of a comeback before. It's a pretty big mountain, but a good way to get started here to begin this half. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll throw on 1st down with Ritter. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Throwing now. Ritter on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And Even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
So 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. First and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down. From the gun, it's Ritter. Now, deep ball for London. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
There's that man again. Another catch. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down. Out of the gun, it's Ritter. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
What a pickup, a gain of 18, and it sets up first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Rams. Saving his best for the playoffs. His third touchdown of the game. Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Harrison Mevis to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that ball intercepted. It's Christian Gonzalez. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
A lot of defenses will try to isolate the best receiver, Mike, and say, okay, we're going to take him out of the game. Well, I think in this case, we might see the offense do the exact same thing. They might take this one particular defender into pass coverage and say, we are not going to throw his way. He's already got me twice. I'm not going to let him get me again.
And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Now it is first and goal.
Let's go. Go.
Here's a run. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. A little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will score again. Touchdown, L.A. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. Nevis, good on the extra point. And the Rams are able to extend the lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage. And that is it.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. 3rd and 9. They'll put Ayuk in motion. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Atlanta. He'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Third and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He'll try to run for it. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. They get the conversion with a gain of 22. To the air now on 1st and 10. And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss. This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
The defense is willing to just give up that run every single time. I mean, they're going to leave guys as far back as they can to protect the sticks. And in this case, flow to the ball, make an open field tackle, get off the field.
So it's a win for the visiting Rams, as they are